Hello, everyone. Welcome. We're here for the Friday Energy Focus of the Week for April 25th through May 2nd. So we are excited to be here. Marion Russell is with me today. Thanks for being here, Marion. And we are going to get started here in just a sec. We wanted to start out today by just acknowledging that we've had an interesting energies for April. It started with that concept of the inner energy, inner strength is arising like a plant coming up out of the ground, and with the sweetness that went with it, this card here. We were focusing on rebirth and the sweetness of life and how it shows up in the springtime, and how that just wanted to be with us as we go through this process of our inner strength arising. Life moves from one moment to the next, bringing forth a new life. And we were encouraged to be open to new possibilities as they arise, and remember the sweetness of life. And I know that that has certainly sustained me and encouraged me along the way, and I hope it has you as well. And the color cards from that were the lesson in brown and lesson in orange, which both were saying ground yourself to the earth and broaden your perspective and claim that empowerment that's yours, and to be here and be here now. So that's kind of a quick review of April energy. We do have a new, and that will continue on through next Wednesday. Next Thursday is May 1st, and we will be moving into a different luminary and a different color card energy. And we wanted to present that to you and talk about that just a little bit. All right, so the color, the luminary for this one is called Dawning. Dawning. And it is the number 11. Really like the number 11. We've been really looking at this card and seeing the different colors and shapes, and how there's quite a bit of difference from the inside to the outside. And it had, in some ways, you remember April's sweetness, those were the numbers 11 and 33. This is the number 11. So it has some similarity in the frequency, at least as far as 11 is concerned. Okay. The power, and as I put that down, the color, the power of creation is moving, is what this one is about. It asks us to accept the new growth with faith, even as you push through the fog of uncertainty. And I when this card came up for this week, that fog of uncertainty is definitely around us now in a new way. And so it says, accept that new growth with faith. And what that says to me is know that we are connected. We are both in the Mother, Father, Earth, and the divine energies, and that we can trust that, we can have faith in that, we can know that, looking even back on our own lives, that even as we've been through interesting times, that there are new possibilities on the horizon, and to just know that we can have faith in that, we can trust that we will be guided and supported simply by living and breathing and being in our own beautiful energy. One of the passages here says, live fully, every moment counts. And there is a question in this one saying, if I could see through what's unclear, what would be there? So it's asking us to really, look at the clarity. Is there something I need to get clear on? Is there something that may be coming up for me that wants my attention, that says it's time to release this or let it go or shift our thinking? And Marion, I'm going to turn it over to you. You had something you would like to add, I know.
Well, in dawning, and I can't even find the spot that I love to read right now. Anyway, just give me 1 minute, okay? 1 minute. It's like passionately throw open the doors, and
the windows to the dawn. Yeah.
Where is that? I can't find it because I want to read that.
Let's see.
Is it the reflection? It's too.
I'm looking.
Well, I just got through saying it. All right, I'll do it this way. I wrote some notes, so sorry everyone, but this part's important to me, and it's passionately throwing open the windows, okay? Mm-hmm. And when you passionately throw open the windows, and I know we're talking about dawning, the luminary, but I always think of the dawn, and when I look at this as well. And so when I looked at it this time and was working with this morning, I just got all excited about just basically saying, feel the dawn, okay? Feel the dawn and know the dawn. Be the dawn and live fully every moment. Every moment counts. And using the sacred geometry, the luminary dawn, dawning, and then thinking about the dawn, it just kind of made everything more magnificent for me. So I just wanted to share that. And then the message, I'll read you the message of dawning. And if I can see it. Okay, in a process of trust, cooperation, and resonant honoring of each other. Oh, isn't that? I like that. I assist humanity to create through the human heart and the empowered self, using rhythmic wave formations emanating from the earth. I am the power of creation growing, forming, and emerging from the earth through humans. Yes, that's the message from dawning. I like that message.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's really honoring that truth in each other and to be in that beautiful grounded state with nature. I mean, we are beings of nature, and that's obviously one we want to focus on this week too. Um,
We are beings of nature.
yeah.
I like it.
So our color card for May is the lesson in um, red. And the part that stood out was frustration. Frustration may say, I'm tired of the drama, the destruction, anger, blame, and volatility. But this can mean that you might be in a frustration trap. Disconcerted energy then attracts unrest. Okay, so you don't feel restful and you don't feel at peace. It can often lead to anger, giving up, or tuning out. When this energy gets grounded, then strong determination redirects that frustration. Action that is aligned with your integrity then allows connections to others around you. You're then guided, grounded, and available to act in the present. And I'm just, Arlene and I talked about it a little bit, and we just had definitely felt that this, when we get into that taking it on too much or the reactionary mode, it can make us feel disconcerted and have unrest, and just feel not, that we're not functioning as we'd like to be. And so when you're guided and grounded, grounding seems to be pretty up this week for the coming week. Groundedness, and yet, with trust, opening up to the joy of life and the beauty of life. So those are two major things coming up. All right. So in May, we're definitely, just to kind of recap, we're asked to accept the growth that we're seeing around us, that we're feeling within us, and stay true to ourselves. And when it gets out of balance, to be sure to ground in nature, ground in that red, beautiful color, because when we're looking at the red, it's when we are in the strength of it, we're full of fire, starter, doer, and independent. And that means we're able to take action when we need to take action. And that might be to, whatever your choice is at that time. What do I need to do to create the kind of energy, the kind of life, the kind of meaning for myself? Right? So, are we ready, do you think, Marion, to go on to this week? Yeah?
Okay, sure.
Or do you have more comments that you wanted to make on dawning or red?
Well, kind of, sort of, yes.
Okay.
In all that you're asked to do, Donnie is suggesting to do, the cornerstone for me is to include nature in all of this, everything, and because to me, and we are, like Leslie said, we are beings of nature, and nature knows balance. Nature knows, and to learn how to commune with that, you can with everything we're trying to do here. So that's all I want to say.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I think it's a good point to emphasize.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
it's forgotten and it has to be reminded. We have to remind ourselves every moment of every day.
Yeah, yeah. And what a um, what a wonderful thing that we are in a place where we can do that. Where we are in a consciousness and being supported and be in community where we can talk about that and lift each other up and remind each other and go, oh yeah, that's what I need to do. So,
And okay.
and
Oh, and um, it's, how do I put this? It's like allow, um, and to quiet self and to be in the experience. I guess the presence is what would be a good way of putting it, because we have a tendency to do this human think, and you want to take the human think and put it somewhere and just be with it, and when you're there too. So, um, and the luminaries and these color cards, all this can assist you in every way you want to be able to reach that point. Okay.
Marion, I was just reading this morning or listening to talk, and they were talking about how just this very thing about nature and how nature does not keep just going without some pause or some rest. And even the seasons they were talking about that, it's not constantly spring, summer, spring, summer, spring, summer. It goes into autumn where things have to decay a little bit and have a rest and the end of harvest and everything. And then winter gives you time to regroup and slow down and, that kind of thing. But in our
Smart. They're
society,
smart. They're smart.
yeah,
They're
in our
they're
society, and we need that to be able to flourish in our lives. And I think
absolutely.
a lot of us are learning that is there's got to be some downtime. There's got to be some time where you have time to mull things over, to think, to rest your body, the whole thing. And then, balance your activity with that. So nature has a lot to teach us, a great lot. Hmm. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks for reminding us. And here we are again. Thank you, nature. All right. So for this week, April 25th through May 2nd, the luminary is passionate ascension. Look at those beautiful colors. I mean, you can see the passion coming from the inside, the beautiful reds, red oranges, and orange and yellow and green. And just the shape of it, they are the numbers 4 and 8. Okay. And so I'm going to read just a little bit of what came up. It says, intention and commitment to the spiritual journey have brought you to this juncture, okay, to this time, this day. Now leap with faith into an unknown world. Now following your inner prompts have brought you to this time and place of liftoff. Step into this ascension with gratitude and continuing fortitude, trust, and faith. And boy, I mean, this is, talk about where we are. It's like spin, 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 spin. It's spinning around. But it says, we're ready for this. We're at this juncture. And even though we don't have all the things worked out to the future, I mean, like, did we ever? So um, that allows us to trust, to have faith that there are circumstances, unseen possibilities that are up ahead, and to trust that, to know that they are there and that they are working out. And since nature pretty much rules all, there has to be natural um, pockets and possibilities and ways of creation that are working. And we just need to, they're encouraging us to tap into that in this week. And Marion, I know you have a little bit you'd like to add to this. Would you read that part now or talk about it?
Well, I want to read it. And I want to, it's applying passion ascension to your life. Anyway, it says, imagine passionate ascension. We both have 2 cards up now. Okay.
I can.
Has become a hologram in front of you. You step into the energy. Be aware of your experience. And to do that, you want to use your senses. You see it. You may even hear it. You may even taste it, feel it, and you may even smell it. When you are ready, step back into your present moment. How has your reality changed? Oh, that sounds like a fun thing to do over and over again to me.
Yeah, and I think let's just take a moment to look at this beautiful card and to imagine that. Imagine it's a hologram in front of us. Okay. And we're going to step into the energy and just take a few moments and just feel or sense in the way that you do best. What do you feel when you look at this card? What do you see? What do you think about it? Just take a moment. And okay, so now if you have something that you really felt, I'd like you to share that if you would like to in the chat. I'll go ahead. For me, I'm surprised a little bit, but it said, it felt to me like excitement. And I thought, what if I replace fear with excitement? Say, yeah, I'm not afraid. I'm excited. What is next?
Oh, that's nice.
And that changed and shifted my energy around it. And I definitely felt the swirling, swirl, swirl, swirl. So how about you, Marion? What did you get?
Well, actually, I got the swirl, 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 and I got dizzy. So I'm a dizzy blonde right now. That's about all that happened so far.
Uh-huh. Well, it's something we can experiment with this week, can't we?
I mean,
that would be good. That would be good.
Yeah, I'm going to play with this one. I know I am.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
Beautiful. And so the color card for this one this week, here we go again with red. But I was getting, it's not just red, it's red orange.
Ooh.
Red orange, which is a combination of the red and the orange. And the color to balance it is turquoise. And turquoise is going to play an interesting part this week too. Use your intense, it says, use your intense energy to live life meaningfully. When this area is blocked, a lack of energy could result, like anger, sore joints, bullheadedness, things like that. And frustration can happen when we get tired of all these things, the anger, the drama, and so forth. The action turns into fuel to change that energy. So just like we just did, or how I kind of experienced that, last Passionate Ascension was, what if I changed fear into excitement? They can almost feel the same, although excitement feels a lot more positive and hopeful than fear to me. So maybe if it's asking us to look at the places where we can um, uh, shift that. Also, when we use turquoise, it can really help to balance out that red orange feeling, whether it's anger, whether it's, I've got to do something right now kind of thing. And I'm going to show you in just a minute something that we can do to lessen that for us this week. And this is all about your expression of your life purpose and integrating the human and divine energies inside us. So remember that for this week. Now, what I'm going to show you is the thymus, which is, those little nodules on your, where am I? There, right there, the little bone kind of thing right there. Just right below there is your thymus gland. And this is about the place of turquoise too. And so what you can do is you can just lightly tap on there and imagine turquoise. Turquoise is a transmuter, okay? And this physically taps into the thymus gland, which is an expression of the turquoise energies. And just tap lightly and breathe. And just breathe about 3 times. And you feel like you're releasing and letting go. And in fact, you are. You're helping to transmute that. And you're calling that turquoise energy to help you do that. And that just balances that red out. And you pretty soon you feel a lot calmer. So that's something I learned along the way, and I just use it with color, and it really can help. It can help me. Try it and see if it works for you. Yeah. So, did you want to speak about the red orange, Marion? Do you have anything to add with that?
No, but I certainly like this tapping on the thalamus.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about you, but I felt something immediately after even the 3rd tap.
Yeah.
Went through the body, went down, and it came back up like this.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. That.
Yeah. And breathe with it. Every time you breathe out too, it releases. So, but if you breathe it.
So one would probably benefit too to know what the thalamus does in the body, blah, blah, blah. Or do you think it's moving out towards a lot of things as you're tapping on the thalamus?
Well, I think you can look at the physical aspect and you can look at the spiritual, for a better lack of words, aspects, because it does both. With the color, it really taps into both, actually. And with the tapping, it does actually, it has to do with your immune system and strengthening the body. So that's, it's quite a wonderful
I felt
thing.
something physical, and then I went into a lot of other stuff.
Yeah.
So nice. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I don't have anything to say about red and orange right now. No.
Okay. Okay. Well, we have for some announcement. Oh, yeah. Will says it must be why wearing a turquoise pendant is so popular. I think so. That color just is, cool and calming. And yeah, like Will says, it's cool. So we are in the place for announcements. We would like to invite you to check out the Vortal if you haven't already, where we are getting, new people in this time, and it's so wonderful to have new people in the portal. We have lots of offerings there. And if you check it out on transformationaltools.com, you can find out what's happening in there, and we're adding new things all the time. We're getting ready to add some more specialties in there, and I know we're excited about doing that. So check it out, transformationaltools.com, and you can look at you'll see where it leads you to the Vortal. There's a big Vortality luminary there, and it'll guide you where you need to go. Okay, so it's time for personal readings for people. And I do believe Will is first.
Mm-hmm.
And you're doing luminaries today. And so we'll have you go ahead and get that ready. And I will get a color card.
Oh.
Are you doing okay?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I just was looking at all the
comments.
People.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll start with a color card. Will, your color card is Strength in Purple, Regal, Commanding, and Spiritual. And remember, a yellow is its companion and balancer, and it says to breathe yellow for balance. So breathing the yellow into the purple and the purple into the yellow can be a real good way of balancing those out. To me, this really says that your strengths are showing up in being able to connect with the higher realms, and that you have this energy with you this week. Whatever the luminary comes up to be, it's going to be your companion. Okay, and what did you get for the?
It's what I would call a well. And that is the luminary called Ecstasy, Will. This is fun. Ecstasy is fun. Okay, this is ecstasy. And look at that. Just look at that. Now I'm going to take it down because I want to read a couple things. First of all, the number 13 is the vibration. The number 13 is the vibration. Okay. I would say the hope for magnificence of tomorrow is now. And you open the floodgates to your divine and your human passion. That's important, the divine and the human passion. That way you burst forth as a fully resonant song of ecstasy. You allow all your senses to evolve in order to fully experience an awakening world around you. Ecstasy's fun. Okay, I want to read this part. It's called Message. I'm just going to read the whole thing because I like it all. Okay. I am the divine joy of ecstasy. Ta-da! Through me, every sense is alive. Every color is brilliant. Every moment is supreme. Oh. Ecstasy is a state of mind, a way of responding to the world. Choose me, especially when there seems no reason for me to be present. Choose me because you can. Choose me because I bring out what lies dormant within your being. Experiencing me is a burst of flavor, presence ignited, and you can be that. That cool?
Mhm.
Okay, I think maybe the last part's probably okay. This is called applying. Well, okay, I'll read it. Okay. Anyway, in our society, ecstasy seems almost taboo, which is true. Taking life seriously is more often the norm. Finding ecstasy in the moment doesn't rule out being, sorry, I can't see this, doesn't rule out being very serious about what you are choosing in life. That didn't make sense to me. Did that make sense to you? Did I read that wrong? Okay, I want to start this again. I'm sorry, but I want to do it again. In our society, ecstasy seems almost taboo. Taking life seriously is more often the norm. Finding ecstasy in the moment doesn't rule out being very serious about what you are choosing in life. Are there ways of thinking or pathways of behavior that would place ecstasy at a distance in your life? Explore how you can choose ecstasy in a way that is uniquely yours. I'm going to say that one more time. Explore how you can choose ecstasy in a way that is uniquely yours. Okay, there you go, Will. Ta-da!
I love he says there's a party going on now.
There's a party going on now.
It's presence ignited. Yep, for sure. That's fun. Very fun.
That was real good.
Hmm.
Thank you, Will.
So Sandra is next. Sandra. See what comes up for Sandra.
Sandra. Happy Friday back.
Okay, so I went to pull out a card and I got two. So there you go. First lesson is lesson in lime green. Let's see if I can get this a little closer here. Use your power with integrity. So it's saying when you choose to act, when you choose to make choices for yourself, make sure it comes from that place of integrity, that place that is truly what you want to do or you want to be in your core. Okay, and the color that corresponds with that is magenta, which is compassion. So do that with compassion for yourself. That's what I'm getting. The second one is lesson in yellow. Claim your empowerment. I just see these two going together. So being with your integrity and becoming heart-centered and powerful, you are to claim that empowerment for yourself. Claim that in the yellow, which is how you see yourself and how people see you. And it's a mental kind of thing. And purple is its complement. So yellow and purple can be very good to work with together. So you're getting both of those this time, right? They seem to go together really, really well. And it's just saying, make sure it comes from the inside, from your integrity in your heart, and claim your empowerment. If I turn the yellow around, it says, when you're in your strength, it's mentally clear, empowered, and fresh. Okay, wonderful way to be in the world. And you can do that when you know it's coming from your heart center. Okay. And what did you get for a luminary?
Sandra, the luminary I picked for you is expanding. And the numbers The numbers are 6, 12, and 24. I kind of want to read the whole thing. It sort of is. Anyway, I probably will. Anyway, something to consider. Expand your thinking, evolve your vision, embrace your uniqueness. Join the universal orchestration of all that is. The reflection on expanding, and I want you to see this. Okay, the reflection on expanding is the universe is a magnificent playground. There are many waiting to play. Join the forces with other minds and spirits who are ready to move into the next evolvement. The message from expanding is I am energy, orgasmically pulsing, yet relaxing, flowing, and bright. My energy reflects from facet to facet, moving from inner to outer, from outer to inner. Gone are the cords that would keep you from expanding. You be the movement, be the brightness, and you be the empowerment. Now it says this is applying expanding. If you are to expand your thinking, evolve your vision, and embrace your uniqueness, how would your life be different? Perhaps you feel you have been doing this. There are levels of evolvement. It is time to expand even further. Look again to see what is before you. Have you missed any signs? What would show you that it is time to move beyond where you are? What holds you back? Take one step towards freeing yourself to evolve even further. Man, I even feel that one right now. Okay. Thank you, Sandra.
Awesome.
Yeah, that was. Ooh.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Me too.
Jeannie S. is next.
Jeannie S.
Well, Jeannie, I got strength in orange, sensual, alive, present, and happy. And blue is its complement. Both of these are very creative centers, very expressive centers, very experiencing, artistic. What can I say? But the yellow is to be really into your senses, experiencing everything in life, like, oh, the smell of that cooking, or, cookies, or the feeling of the wind blowing across your face, or just experiencing your senses and bringing them alive can be really helpful to you this week. Sounds like an outdoor trip, maybe, or a walk, or, that kind of thing. Maybe making your favorite meal, or experiencing that, laughing with your friends, things like that are going to help really bring you into a beautiful place in balancing this week for you. And the blue is, of course, your expression of that. So looks like a wonderful, wonderful expressive week for you this week. Okay, and Mary?
Jeannie, okay, just a minute, Jeannie. All right, I want you to see this. I think this was last week's focus of the week luminary. Anyway, sweetness is the card that I drew for you, and the vibration of the numbers 11 and 33. And this is letting you know that you can open your heart to the sweetness of life. Let's see. I want to jump down here and talk about this. I open the back of your heart. I open the back of your heart. This Oh, that's pretty amazing. I open the back of your heart to let in the awareness of life. I dissolve any fear you have of being vulnerable. Let my song soothe you. It is the hum of the universe, which embraces you with sweetness. Then you wrap in a blanket of fragrant hope, hugged by a warm breeze of compassion, encouraged by the whisper of inner empowerment, and showered with heavenly swirl of divine devotion. You may choose to open to receive the sweetness of life. This is the endless bounty offered to all those. Endless bounty to, just a minute. This is the endless bounty offered to all through the universe. And then one more thing. Are you letting in all the sweetness of life? Okay, one more thing after that, just a minute. What color feels sweet to you at this moment? Find a crayon or paint that color. Freely create the sweetness as your own art form. Feel the sweetness in your heart and your body as you create. There you go, Jeannie. That's sweetness.
Mm-hmm.
Double sweetness right there.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. All right, Sue is next. Sue. I like Will's hum of the universe. Good. And Sandra, I think that's interesting. You got yellow yesterday, so real confirmation for you again. Glad to see Winter Ray here. Glad you're here. Okay, Sue. Let's see. Ooh. All right, Sue, the color card I got for you is Strength in Indigo. As we know, indigo is the amazing part of the colors. It's a secondary color, and it's at the base of your skull in the back, and it is tapping you into intuition, intuitive ancient wisdom. So your intuition this week, those intuitive messages you get, really pay attention, really follow them, and trust in them to guide you. The color that goes with it is saffron gold, which is at your waist, and that is also a very high wisdom and wisdom. Yeah, so they pretty much complement each other, and but what stands out to me the most is this indigo intuition and ancient wisdom that you can draw from during the week. Really strong, intense, beautiful card. And you might notice indigo in your life this week. Where does it show up? Do you have, clothes that are that color? Do you have, do you see that color out and about? Just notice. Okay. And Miriam, what did you get for luminary for Sue?
Well, Sue, I got the luminary Simply Self, which I think is perfect.
It is.
The vibration of the number is 6. I kind of want to do this whole thing, kind of. Okay, I'm just going to start and then see what happens.
Yeah.
Simplify, simplify, simplify. Make room for clarity of feeling and thinking, which allows pearls of wisdom to emerge from deep within. Then you want to release the accumulated baggage of living by dissolving attachments to emotions and patterns of living that no longer serve your life purpose. Clinging to the past or focusing on the future disappears, allowing the clarity and flow of life to be restored. Time becomes fluid in the moment, every ever moving from now to now. Life experiences, no matter how painful, are seen with detachment. Understanding that has been buried beneath confusion now comes to light. Lucky you. Celebrate this clean sweep, this new slate, and this fresh dawn. Now, there's a message from Simply Self. My essence offers a perfect balance of thought and feeling, without resistance or attachment, allowing focus and creativity into the present moment, I am luscious and rich like a peach, freshly picked from a tree. I am bright and clear as a window just washed with lemon water. Breathe in my power, claim my clarity, surrender to my sensuous ability to let you know you are alive. That's nice. Okay.
Yep. Okay, last one here, I think, unless you see anybody else on your list, is Winteray. And Winteray, I drew the lesson in silver for you this week. And it says, choose what you value. Remember, silver and gold are very, very high level um, energies, and silver tends to be more the receptive energy, but it is balanced by gold, which is more the active energy. And so if you can look at choosing both silver and gold to be in your field, that the emphasis here is silver. To choose what you value, what's important to you, what do you feel in that moment is going to benefit you the most, and in your values inside. What do you hold to be important and loving, and from that place of well, we talked about integrity for one of the others, but integrity simply means your truth, and what is important in your truth. What choices are you going to make that come from there, that are in the higher frequencies? So when you do that, let's look at the strength. What happens when you do that? You're warm, you're wise, and you feel your value. You know you're valuable. So it's asking you to, really choose what you value. Okay.
Winnie hi, Winnie. This is the card that I picked,
Uh-huh.
and it's called Awakened, and it's the vibrations of the numbers 4 and 9. It says, rub your sleep-filled eyes, awaken from behind a veil of forgetfulness. You are born anew, transformed, empowered, and ready to serve in a world that has come of age. What was is changing. Patterns of living that fueled a world of drama no longer serve divine intention. Marvelous inventions of mind and heart are in motion with clear and unfaltering resolve. Accept your unique role in this time and place of new possibilities. I'm going to read the whole thing, Winter, because it just really does apply to everything. I am the power of atoms exploding for peace, molecules dividing for nurturance, and minds honed for creative technology. Water so sweet and pure it seems to have come from pristine streams at the farthest reaches from society. Air so clean the mountains are bright and beautiful. Work bright and beautiful. Work and learning defined by one's passion, and citizens free to be. This is the world awakened to its destiny. Thank you, Winter Ray. I happen to like that one a lot.
So did you feel like there's one aspect or more that are really emphasis for her this week?
Yes.
And what was that?
To rub your sleep-filled eyes, awaken from behind a veil of forgetfulness. You are born anew, transformed, empowered, and ready to serve in a world that's come of age. But I had to read the rest because it's so exciting. So there you go, Winter Ray.
Yeah, I really got the born anew and ready to serve.
Nice.
You know, and accepting that for yourself, that you are, you are ready. You have awakened to this point in your life, and it's like, use it. Use it, be it.
Fun.
Yeah. All right. Well, I hope that's who I had on our lineup today. I hope I am getting everybody included. Here is
you missed Jeannie's sister, Stacy, who is with her today.
Okay, thank you for letting us know. Well, because I didn't see that on there at all. Is it on the Facebook part? Maybe? I don't know.
It's not under the comments, but
yeah. Okay, so let's drop.
Or not comments, but the whatever.
Let's have you draw a luminary for her, and I will get a card. Ooh, Stacy, you have the Strength in Gold.
Oh.
Awesome one. Very high level frequency, and it's saying you're willing to change, the spiritually strong, and you celebrate life. And this is the energy that's following you around this week and accessible to you right away. So if you come across anything, you say, oh, no, I have the Strength in Gold, right? I'm willing to change. I'm spiritually strong, and I am celebrating life. Awesome. What a beautiful card to get. Okay. And what did you get for?
Is it Stacy? That's who I'm. Yes. I got Dawning.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Well, that is one we've had recently. That's awesome.
Now, Dawning is the vibration number of 11. We just got through talking about Dawning, but we'll talk about Dawning for you. Let's see. I want to say to you, well, a new day dawns fresh and clear every single day, unfolding from within and without. New growth bursts forth from a radiant crystalline center, birthing a world of new possibilities. Look at that center. Oh, look at her. Look at Leslie's center. Courageously join others to clear away the fog, allowing all to fully embrace this evolving creation. You are transforming as you focus on dawning. Feel yourself bursting into full bloom like a flower in spring. Wow. I'm going to say that again. Feel yourself bursting into full bloom like a flower in spring. Allow your expanding energy to become its full self. Be with this self until it feels comfortable, almost familiar. Is there anything in there that you wanted to say, Leslie?
Well, the full bloom flower in spring hit me too right away, and uh, allowing yourself to be comfortable in this place of power, because you are definitely going to be in your power this week with dawning, and allowing that to come forth even more than you did before. And you have the strength and gold that is right there with you, saying yes, yes, yes.
And yes.
Mm-hmm. Awesome card. All right. Well, I'm thinking that we have come to the end of our readings for today. I wish you, we both wish you, I know, a beautiful week ahead, one where you really experience your inner awakening and trust, faith, and open to new possibilities, and walk in these colors that were given today. So that's my message to you. Happy week.